Hi, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing some steering arm ball joints on a 2015 Subaru. You can do it on the ground and jack it up. I have a lift. It's going to make it a lot easier, but I'm going to show you the process and the procedure to get the ball joints changed. We got a bad stud here. I'm going to have to use a breaker bar to get that off. All right, we got a bad stud here. So the lug nut is on there cross-threaded. I have to let the car down. It's going to twist off. It's going to twist off, which I knew it was. That's what happened on a stud. When you put a lug nut on there, you force it on there, and then later you go take it off, it don't come off. You have to break it off. And this is a lower ball joint for the control arm. And we're going to be replacing the bottom control arm ball joints. It's making a clicking noise, and it's rattling in the front when you steer it. So this is basically the problem right here. We're going to replace both sides. It's not too hard. You got a 14 bolt here. You're going to remove this nut. You pry down on it, you get that out, slip the other one in. Watch how I do it. Not that hard. Going to remove the quarter pin. The quarter pin is the thing that give you a little problem. This quarter pin can be a pain. Has to be straightened out pretty good before you can get it out. Should come right out. And we got 19. It's a 19-inch, all Subaru Forester. It's a 19-inch socket. Fits the bottom nut. Got loose. You got a 14-inch bolt right here, 14 millimeter, that is. This comes out. That's what holds the ball joint in there, this bolt right here. This bolt, you cannot get it out without getting that bolt out. That bolt's got to come out. And then this has to be pried down on it, and it should come right out of there. To get some W40 here and spray it. So as you can see, I'm prying down on this. As you pry down, put it over to one side, like that. So this here's just kind of floats now. When you knock this one out. Those don't always come out easy though. So what I have to do,
hold it pried or something?
And what has to be done here is, where this goes in, it's got a lot of, it's tapered, so it's under pressure. So you got to distort it a little bit so that it'll come out. And You can see how it's tapered. It goes in like this. It's tapered as it goes into here. It pulls in real tight, so you got to really hit it to get it out. Okay, that's the old one. The new one. And the quarter pin. You want to look at them, match them up, make sure they're the same. Don't give you the wrong part. Like I said, it goes in like this. And you got to push that rubber up on there so that this will go all the way through. The threads will go all the way through when you put it like this, so you can put the nut on it. It holds it while you're putting the rest of it on. So you put it on like that. And then you just pull this down like this. Like I say, you have to have a bar. It's got tension on it. Pry down on that. And these have got to go in straight. You can't force them. They're a real tight fit. See how that went in? So you can't have that cocked when that goes up in there. It's got to go in there perfectly straight, or you'll beat it up and it won't be no good when you get done. So you have to kind of pry around and make sure that cylinder is going up in that housing straight. Which I mean this part right here. It can't go in there like that. It has to go in there perfectly straight into the hole. And then once you get it up there like that, you just tap on it a little bit. See, it goes right in there. Make sure it goes all the way up in there. You can hear it's hitting. And I have this here nut on like this so I don't mess the threads up when I'm hitting it. It's in there straight. That's it. This is very important. Before you do anything, make sure you put this back. If you forget this, you won't get too far down the road. This will pop out and this wheel will just go that way and it'll tear up the fender and tear things up. It'll even bust the axle. It'll bust the axle out of there. It'll do a lot of damage. Like I said, that's a 14 millimeter. Run that back in there. This is a 19 on the bottom, and this has a quarter pin that goes back in there. So you want to pull that up in there really good. You see how it went up in there. And if you're not using the air gun, you can use a socket on it with a breaker bar, but make sure you turn it up in there and get it really tight. It's very important because that pulls it up into there because it's tapered, so it pulls in there real tight so you don't have no sloppage. And then you look for your hole there to get your pin back in. Like I said, most people don't have a rack like this, but you can do it on the ground. Just jack the car, make sure the car's blocked up real good, so they don't fall on you, and have it off the ground at least a foot to 2 foot off the ground. You know, with a floor jack. You know, jack it up, block it up good, and make sure it don't fall. And that way you got plenty of room to work on this. And you can do it on the ground, sitting on the ground. It's probably easier on the ground because you can pry and it's easier to work on really on the ground. But makes it more convenient for me. All right, now we just put the quarter pin in, that's it. It's very important to put this in. This pin and this bolt is the main thing. You don't want your wheel falling off. It's got to go in there. You got to make sure that's on. You just bend it with your hand, and that's it. And that's all you got to do to that. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that helps you. Like I said, you can do it on the ground, no problem. Please subscribe to our video and tell others if they need to get this done. It's not that hard.